Every bizarre fake version of Lois in Family Guy. Number 1. Meg becomes Lois, Season 9, Episode 13. This is Meg at her absolute peak, a flawless bootleg version of Lois, like a discount Lois, but better. She cooks, she cleans, she mothers. Basically, she's like Lois with a software update and fewer emotional breakdowns.
Here it is, gang. Seared ají tostadas, grilled asparagus, couscous, and for dessert, molten chocolate lava cake.
It all kicks off when Peter wins a dirt bike and instantly transforms into a wannabe bad boy. He struts home with his brand new cool girlfriend energy, revving the bike like it's Fast and Furious Quahog Drift.
This is my dirt bike girlfriend.
Amber.
I'm a dirt bike guy now, so I need a dirt bike girlfriend. Yeah, she has small breasts, but she makes up for it by smoking.
Naturally, he has to show off during a baseball game because nothing says dad of the year like doing donuts next to a Little League field. Chris is so dazzled by the bike that he ropes Meg into trying it out.
Come on!
That's fake.
Everything's going fine until Chris, being Chris, tries to jump over a fire hydrant like he's Evel Knievel. Spoiler alert, it ends in disaster.
Chris, you idiot! Look at what you did!
You mean look what two black teenagers did when they stole Dad's bike?
The bike gets totaled and Peter unleashes dad rage. Meg casually suggests buying a new one, which somehow spirals into a full-blown lecture about kids not appreciating the value of hard work.
Damn right I do, because I make the money. I'm the big mamoo around here. Now, when you start bringing in a paycheck and providing for this family, then you can make the rules.
Chris, in peak teenage delusion, claims he could totally do a better job than Peter. So Lois proposes a role swap for a week. Parents become kids, kids become parents. Everyone agrees because, well, this is Family Guy. Bad ideas are the currency here.
That's a great idea, Lois. Crisscross.
Yes, that is a crisscross.
Yes.
So we got a deal?
Yeah, we got a deal.
Face off.
No, Peter.
Roadhouse.
On day 1, Meg is thrilled to take over Lois's duties. She wakes up early, cooks a 5-star breakfast, and basically becomes Martha Stewart without the jail time.
Here's your breakfast, Lois.
Thank you, Mom.
What is this? What's going on?
Oh, apparently Chris and Meg are switching places with Peter and Lois for the week.
Meanwhile, Peter turns into a fat high school girl whose life revolves around going to the mall with her BFF.
Hey, Mom, do you mind if I go shopping with Jennifer after school?
No, Peter, no, you're still you. You're just a teenager. You're not switching genders.
Ah, I shall return.
Chris and Meg, as the new parents, are so shockingly wholesome that Stewie tries to rope Brian into doing something evil, but Brian declines.
You know why?
Well, I'm off to work at the brewery.
Okay, have a good day, honey.
You know, Brian, you and I should do.
No.
Okay, it looked fun.
Peter, still in his teenage gangster era, walks around school ready to throw hands at anyone who doesn't give him the attention he craves.
Peter, no, you're just a normal high school kid.
Oh. Hey, Lance? Hey, it's off. It's off. It's off. It's off. Throw this phone away, Lois.
Lois and Peter start living like carefree teens obsessed with cheerleaders and pep rallies, until Peter's head literally explodes from excitement. Classic Peter.
Who's got the most school spirit?
I
Show me your school spirit!
The players will remember this while they're playing.
At dinner, Lois assumes Meg's cooking is going to taste like burnt sadness, but surprise, it's actually amazing. Presentation, flavor, customer service, she even smiles while serving.
Wait a minute. Meg, when did you find the time to do all this?
Oh, I had all day to do this.
Lois is left speechless, wondering how Meg managed to ace every domestic task in a single day. Maybe Meg is just Lois but darker, she mutters, probably fearing for her role in the family.
What about all the housework?
I did it in like an hour. I don't understand why you're such a freaking martyr all the time. It's a house. It's a finite area. I'm not cleaning a town.
Even Chris is crushing it at work. His boss gives him a raise on day 1.
Seems like the kids are doing pretty well at this grown-up thing, huh? I would suggest that you suck that.
Wow, I am already so stuffed. Guess I shouldn't have had so many action figure guns for lunch.
Meanwhile, Peter and Lois are flopping hard. Peter gets hit by a mystery wet ball at school. Don't ask.
up, you faker. It's just a spitball.
And Lois is crying alone in the bathroom while her friends ghost her like it's Mean Girls Midlife Edition.
Yeah, and I bet she also doesn't live on the south side of town, which is suddenly important.
I hate your north side face.
Things go from bad to worse when Peter gets fired by Angela, and Chris is hired as his permanent replacement. Lois panics and tries to hit the reset button, but Chris refuses.
Angela fired you and hired me. She said I've been doing twice as good a job as you did, so from now on, I'm the breadwinner in this house.
Hey, I forget, were you in for this or not?
He's now the family breadwinner, and Peter's out. Lois reluctantly accepts it, worried Peter won't find another job. But Peter, ever the optimist/dummy, says it's fine. He'll just go back to his old gig sketching criminals for the police.
Any marks, piercings?
He may have had a tattoo.
He may have had a tattoo? Did have a tattoo? Which one was it?
I don't know. It all happened so fast.
You know what? It's fine. I have a preliminary sketch here. Is this the man who assaulted you?
As the days go by, the pressure turns Chris into a wine mom, minus the yoga.
Can this day get any more stressful?
He spirals into stress and ends up in the hospital after a money-fueled heart attack. That's when he learns the painful truth. Being an adult sucks.
Oh my God! I think Chris is having a heart attack.
We're not supposed to leave the table.
And so, in the wreckage of stress, trauma, and an exploded Peter head, one fact remains. Meg was actually the best Lois this family ever had for a week. Number 2, Alana Season 20, Episode 17. Alana was a top-tier domestic goddess, but she only lands second place on this list because, well, she tried to steal Lois's entire life. Yup, classic psycho move.
Here's $1,200. I want Lois Griffin dead by morning.
It all started when Alana, originally just a broke piano student of Lois, got a sympathy gig as the Griffins' live-in maid. Lois and Peter, being the charitable disasters they are, brought her in to help around the house.
Oh, you're not gonna tell me you can't pay the $7 for today's lesson, because that's our sandwich money.
Will there be sandwiches then, miss?
And nobody was more excited than Chris, who promptly installed a suspiciously large peephole in the bathroom.
And it will be good to see you again through the bathroom keyhole. That was not original to the house.
Everyone welcomed her with open arms, except Meg, who greeted her like a grumpy cat guarding a drum set. Touch my drums and you die, Cinderella.
I'm Meg. Don't touch my drum set or you're dead meat.
No one had ever heard of Meg's drum set before this moment.
That night, Alana whipped up a feast of tacos and nachos so glorious, it made neighbor Joe cry. His wife only feeds him steamed salmon and despair.
Here, Joe. Barely thawed trout and white rice.
This trout's the lucky one. It's over for him.
What's that, Joe?
Thanks, Bon. Looks terrific.
Things were fine. Too fine. Until Alana got a taste of Griffin family peace and decided, you know what? I could totally steal this woman's husband, kids, kitchen, and identity.
Yes, Alana was a regular Lisa, which is the character from Obsessed, which I just looked up.
Stewie, eat your vegetables.
Okay, that's pretty good, but I'm on to you.
She slowly started doing everything Lois did, but better. Waking up early, cooking breakfast, cleaning, bonding with Meg like they were on a Lifetime original movie. Everyone loved her.
I'm Mayor Wild West, and my neighbor's kid had to explain this to me. Guess this week it's church on Sunday and Wednesday. But anyway, back to our tale.
Even Peter was starting to think, wait, this new Lois doesn't yell at me every 5 minutes. Is this a dream? Then one night, Peter stumbled into the kitchen for a midnight snack and found Alana in a red-hot nightgown, rearranging pickles in the fridge.
Santa? I can almost see your bum through your nightgown.
Anytime Peter saw someone at 2 a.m., he assumed it was Santa.
She didn't waste a second, whipped up 5 gourmet dishes like a sexy Iron Chef, and Peter was sold.
You see anything else you like?
I can think of 1 or 2 things.
Did you enjoy your 5-course meal?
Of course, Lois knew something was off, so she sent Brian to investigate. But Brian, being, well, Brian,
This kind of stuff may have worked with the kids, but I kind of look out for Lois in a way that they don't.
got immediately distracted when Alana petted him and played a sweet piano ballad straight into his gullible little dog heart.
Feeling, cooing,
You I'll keep pursuing.
always loving.
Hotter than a baker's oven.
Get out of here!
Lois saw the whole thing and realized if I don't act now, I'm gonna be a side character in my own marriage.
Oh, hey, Lonnie.
Uh-oh, she's trying to assert dominance by creating a fake nickname.
I see you giving a bath to the stew man.
She does it to me, too.
So she paid off Alana's Juilliard tuition to politely kick her out.
Okay, you're all done, little man.
All right, let's do backside first, get the heavy lifting out of the way.
But instead of becoming a concert pianist, Alana used the money to hire hitmen to kill Lois. Yup, straight up John Wick but with taco skills. The next morning, Alana showed up dressed exactly like Lois. Red wig, green shirt, the whole look, serving breakfast like nothing happened.
Hey, good morning, Lois. Lois?
My clothes were in the wash, so I borrowed your clothes and Peter's bra.
Boy, my morning jog was murder.
Lois froze. Girl wasn't just stealing her chores, she was auditioning to be her clone.
Tell you what, I'll fix all the pictures as soon as I get back from doing the groceries.
I do the groceries, Alana. You won't like me when I'm groceries.
Lois tried to kick her out before the grocery run, but didn't realize she was walking into a trap.
Fancier? What the hell? All they sell here is rope and body bags? Uh-oh.
Alana had hired the dumbest assassins in town to lure her into a canyon and toss her in like yesterday's leftovers.
Oh, wait.
Yeah?
Please don't let two white women make a podcast about my disappearance.
Meanwhile, back home, Alana wrote a fake goodbye letter claiming Lois had run off to explore her inner lesbian.
Dear family, I've decided to leave you all and become a lesbian.
Wait, we can just do that?
Dad, how did this happen?
I blame myself. Because of my fat, I can't be on top.
Peter, heartbroken, called Lois his angel and swore no one could ever replace her, until Meg reminded him it was dinner time. Cut to Peter and Alana's wedding.
It's a very logistically kooky church.
Just as Peter's about to say I do, Lois crashes through a stained glass window like Mission Impossible. Turns out the canyon was right above the church.
What is this? In all my years as a cool priest, I've never seen such a commotion at Our Lady at the bottom of the hill.
She stops the wedding, exposes Alana, and Peter immediately apologizes, admitting he only liked Alana because she stole Lois's best traits, which honestly tracks.
And your beautiful children, and your dog. The baby I never liked.
Well, I was on to you, so...
That's not why.
Oh, and you were gonna marry her.
I'm sorry, Lois.
Alana gets arrested for impersonating a redhead mom and attempted murder. Probably the harshest sentence anyone's ever received for trying to replace Lois.
This is probably like my favorite arrest.
But hey, prison life turned out to be kind of chill, to the point that even Lois got jealous.
Wrap it up, ladies. Inmate, you're gonna be late for your knitting class.
Knitting class? What stitch?
All of them, I guess?
I want to switch. I want to switch.
Number 3, Sophia from season 16, episode 1. This is hands down the hottest fake Lois ever. It all starts when Peter finally realizes that after years of fart jokes and chicken fights, Family Guy still hasn't won a single Emmy. So naturally, he launches his own 4-year consideration campaign by trying to make the show more like all the Emmy-winning ones.
Let's make this our Emmy-winning episode. So get all your pukes and farts out now. I mean, not funny.
Step 1. Replace Lois with Sofia Vergara, because nothing says prestige TV like a Colombian bombshell doing sitcom parenting.
Kids, it's me, tu madre, Lois Griffin. Time for breakfast.
Oh, yeah. Good morning, Lois, which is who you are. My wife, Lois. Hugging my wife.
Lois, meanwhile, gets demoted to a pizza delivery girl who shows up just to warn Peter, don't you dare touch my sexy clone. But Peter, being Peter, absolutely touches the sexy clone, repeatedly.
Package for Peter Griffin.
Thank you, unknown delivery woman.
Forget the freaking Emmy. If you touch her ass, I will.
Then, in what might be the boldest Emmy strategy of all time, Peter decides the best way to win is to become a woman.
I am a woman, and always have been. I've made plans to undergo surgery so my wang don't get in the way of the woman what I am.
Ay, Dios mío!
Yep. He transitions, because clearly if the Academy won't give you a trophy as a man, maybe they'll throw one at you if you cry in a dress. Lois is the only one thrilled by this change.
I'm now confident enough to share my truth with the rest of my loved ones, beginning with my son Chris.
Peter tearfully tells Chris that this is who he truly is inside, and also low-key hopes the Emmy voters are watching.
And if being a woman makes you happy, then in the words of Mr. Spock, it's only logical.
Wow, I couldn't follow any of that. But look how smart your audience is.
He even announces it dramatically at the Drunken Clam, which prompts Quagmire to spit out his drink and scream, "Oh sweet Jesus, why?"
Am I doing this to people? Do you guys feel like cutting off your penises?
No, but I can turn it inside out like rolling up a dress sock.
Quagmire demands to know why Peter would do this, and Peter simply says, "For me," before sobbing into the nearest gender-neutral bathroom.
I'm doing it for M.E. Ew. I mean, yay.
Later, Peter is found crying in the bathroom again, now devastated that, whether man or woman, he's still a complete joke.
Man or woman, I'm a big fat joke. No one takes me seriously.
I do, Dad.
But plot twist, Meg's in the shower and announces that Peter's inspired her to transition too. Her crying scene is this close to getting an Emmy nod.
Me. M.E. I believe in Emmy.
Okay. All right, don't want one that bad.
At the hospital, Peter gives a heartfelt speech thanking everyone for supporting him, only to immediately break character and say, "LOL, just kidding, I'm done with this bit."
You're also the best comedy. Great job, everyone. If that don't get us the Emmy, nothing will.
But Dr. Hartman, who already ordered the surgery tools and clearly has nothing better to do, forces the transition anyway.
We're doing this whether you like it or not.
Doc, no! Stop him! Somebody help! You want the Emmy, don't you? Yeah! And that is how I became your mother.
In the end, Peter doesn't win an Emmy, and worst of all, he doesn't even get to sleep with sexy Sophia. Truly a loss on all fronts. Number 4, Quagmire in Season 14, Episode 15. That's right, Quagmire loves Lois. Loves her hard. But since he can't actually have her, he does the next logical thing. He becomes her. Yup, he straight up cosplays as Lois Griffin. And somehow it's both disturbing and hilarious. It all kicks off when Stewie starts having recurring nightmares. Like every night pee or crib level nightmares. The poor kid's freaking out.
Pumpkin pie?
What the hell? Put him on the bench.
Wait, please. No, I just wasn't ready.
Brian, being the self-declared intellectual with a dog's attention span, decides to help. After extensive research, aka one Google search, Brian concludes that Stewie's afraid of monsters.
Like the U.S. Army Reserves.
We're completely surrounded! We need reinforcements!
You know who could really bail us out? Somebody who works 5 days a week at Enterprise Rent-A-Car!
So to help him confront his fear, they dress Chris up as Frankenstein's monster. But Stewie sees through that faster than Lois sees through Peter's lies.
I'm Frankenstein. I'm actually really nice. There's no need to be scared of me.
Seriously? This is obviously Chris in a costume.
Meanwhile, Meg and the neighbors get caught up in this weird chain reaction of everyone pretending to be each other trying to out-monster the monsters. It's like a weird Halloween episode with budget costumes and zero dignity.
Because here comes Chris walking in the door right now.
Hey. Here comes Chris Griffin, a rootily toot-toot.
Yeah, okay, whatever, Meg.
Meg, you must be talking about me, a roodly toot-toot.
And then, bam, there's Quagmire, dressed as Lois. Full red lipstick, green top, standing completely still like a creepy wax figure.
Do they all say a roodly toot-toot?
A lot of them, yeah.
And yet, somehow, it's the funniest thing on screen. He doesn't say a word, but his commitment to the bit makes it 10 times funnier. Like Emmy-worthy stillness. Number 5, Joe in Season 6, Episode 4. Okay, so imagine this. Joe, the tough wheelchair-bound cop, turns into Lois. Yeah, you heard that right. And no, you're not hallucinating. It actually happens in this gloriously ridiculous episode. It all starts when Stewie, in true baby psychopath fashion, kills Lois during a boat trip.
I did it! I killed her! She's dead! Ow! 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 Mommy! Mommy! Mommy!
Oh, yeah, that's right.
With her gone, the Griffin household spirals into absolute mayhem.
This is fantastic. Nobody suspects a thing. Ooh, listen to my voice. That sounds cool. Hello! Pigs in space!
Fast forward a year and Peter finally decides it's time to start dating again, but let's just say his taste is questionable at best. One date is with a woman who's battling cancer. Romantic, huh?
So I'm a Leo, and your ad said that you're a Cancer?
No, actually, it said I have cancer.
Not cancer of the vagina, is it? Here, have some more wine.
Another date is literally with a stick figure. Like, no organs, no soul, just a walking line. And if that wasn't weird enough, the stick guy turns out to be gay. Because of course.
So, how would this work in bed?
Well, I can't do sex, but I can give you a stick job.
That sounds...
Yes, it is very unpleasant.
But the weirdest of them all? Bonnie. Yeah, Joe's wife. And shocker, Joe is totally fine with Peter dating her. Peter, on the other hand, is like, this feels illegal, even by Quahog standards.
You don't know how badly I need this.
I don't know, Bonnie. It's just a little weird. Joe's a friend of mine.
No, it's okay. I promise you it's okay.
I'm not sure.
It's okay, Peter.
But nothing, and I mean nothing, beats the final twist. Instead of telling Chris that his mom is, you know, dead, Peter hires his best buddy Joe to dress up as Lois and pretend to be his new mom.
Did we get any mail from Mom at the health spa today?
Nope, sorry, Chris. She said she's going straight from the spa right back to Europe.
And the most insane part, Chris buys it. No questions, just vibes. Apparently all it takes is a red wig and a meatloaf to fool a Griffin kid.
All right, sweetie, you ready to get some new notebooks and protractors and slacks?
I want blue jeans.
You're getting slacks!
Number 6, Chris in Season 3, Episode 13. Yes, you heard that right. Chris pretends to be Lois. And no, it's not a Halloween costume or some weird dream. He does it to help her pull off a full-on Lois cover-up. Here's what went down. The Griffins visit Carter Pewterschmidt's mansion, where Brian instantly falls head over paws for Carter's show dog Seabreeze.
And feel the heat coming off of her genitalia. You could roast a marshmallow. That's how you can tell she's a champion. Go on, put your hand there.
Oh boy, that is that.
Is that something?
That is something. That is hot.
One glance at her during a dog race and boom, Brian turns into a horny Looney Tune.
What's Brian doing?
He literally jumps onto the racetrack, tackles her like she's a chew toy, and, well, you can guess the rest.
He's violating Seabreeze.
No, he's just awkwardly positioning himself. Now he's violating Seabreeze.
One romantic encounter later and bam, Seabreeze is pregnant. Carter is furious, like old rich white man who sues everyone furious. He bans Brian from ever seeing her again.
Everybody stand back. Oh boy. Okay.
But Brian, being the lovesick mutt he is, goes full Romeo. He and Seabreeze go on the run like some flea-bitten Bonnie and Clyde.
Don't mind the Epsteins, they keep to themselves.
We're going to see Bobby Darin at the Copa tomorrow, right, Charlie?
Bobby Darin tomorrow.
They shack up in a crusty one-bedroom apartment with roaches that pay rent and neighbors who scream at 3 a.m. because their ferret joined a cult.
Hey, you're on our turf, man.
Hey, man, I cut you up so bad. You're gonna wish I know cut you up so bad.
Those are bad roaches.
I blame the schools.
Lois, being the only semi-responsible one in the family, decides to help Brian. But to sneak away without raising suspicion, she needs a decoy. Enter Chris in a wig. That's right, Chris Griffin, the human refrigerator, becomes the first lady of Quahog.
Hey, Lois. Hubba. Whoa, Lois, you put on a few, huh?
Well, I never.
That's all right, honey. I don't think he was the one anyway. Now let's go get sundaes.
And here's the craziest part. It works. Like, flawlessly. Even Quagmire, who's basically a Lois radar with legs, doesn't notice a thing. Either Chris is a master of disguise, or Quagmire's just that desperate. Number 7, a fake male Lois. In Season 11, Episode 20. Yes, you heard that right. A male version of Lois. With lines, with makeup, with hips that do not lie. And somehow, it all makes perfect Family Guy sense. It all kicks off when crime in Quahog hits an all-time high. We're talking even the criminals are getting robbed levels.
You have a white wallet? Yeah, just like Truman Capote. Who's Truman Capote? What a surprise! The muggers never heard of Truman Capote. There's a library card in there. Use it!
Naturally, the Griffins fall victim too. Burglars break in and steal everything. And we mean everything. Even the useless junk Peter bought at 3 a.m. off the Home Shopping Network.
Oh no, they took my gym shoes. Sorry, glutes. No blasting today.
They took my dirty rope that was tied in a knot.
They stole the chair I use in the shower.
They stole all my pens.
So, in a desperate attempt to live that peaceful, crime-free farm life, the Griffins move to the countryside. Problem is, they have zero farming skills, and Peter spends money like he thinks Monopoly dollars are legal tender.
And is it true that you've been spending the farm's money on gingham shirts you tie into a knot to expose your belly?
I bought a couple.
With no income and bills piling up, Brian decides to go full agricultural king and enrolls in farming school to save the family.
And so, as I look out at your smiling faces filled with hope, all I can think is, you are completely screwed. As Martin Luther King once said, ouch, I've been shot. Thank you.
And just as he leaves, bam, a tornado shows up like it's auditioning for Sharknado 7 Dirt Edition. The Griffins sprint into a sketchy underground bunker where they discover a meth lab? Yeah, like straight out of Breaking Bad, but with more fart jokes.
Have to call the police.
Whoa, wait, hang on, Lois. Now, I know you're freaked out, but when you really stop and think about it, this meth lab is our family's best chance to make meth in a lab.
Peter sees dollar signs and declares, "We're making meth now!" Lois, ever the moral compass, protests, "Peter, this is dangerous and wrong!" To which Peter replies, "Come on, Lois, we've done worse. Remember that thing in the restaurant bathroom?"
I can't believe we're actually gonna do this.
Yeah, you go in first, and I'll go in a minute.
Cue flashback. We're suddenly in a grungy restroom where Peter meets a male Lois impersonator. And this guy, flawless. Red wig, pearls, nasally voice, the works. Peter doesn't even blink.
Oh, wow. Oh my God. Oh, this is amazing.
He's having a full conversation, zero clue. Either this dude is a master of disguise or Peter's brain is just made of mashed potatoes.
You dirty girl.
Peter, I haven't left yet.
You sick whore. Number 8, Trisha Takanawa in Season 12, Episode 1. The only fake Lois who's Asian. And the wild part, she's voiced by the same person who voices Lois. It's like a Loisception with soy sauce. So here's the setup. Peter, in classic Peter fashion, takes life advice from a random waiter. The guy tells him that Stewie's placemat is actually a real-life treasure map.
And left behind only this map. Many believe his treasure is still buried right here in Rhode Island.
And of course, Peter's like, yup, that checks out. He goes full Indiana Jones, except way dumber, and starts digging all over town. At one point, he accidentally tackles a child, which honestly feels like a Tuesday for him.
Oh my God, Peter, you were right.
Oh no, it's the one kid who also followed the treasure map.
Eventually, Peter finds a clue to the treasure and decides to broadcast it on live television, causing the entire town to stampede to City Hall like it's a Black Friday sale at Walmart.
This square shall forever honor the memory of my son, Timmy Musket, always a chip off the old block. May he rest in peace. Miles Chatterbox Musket.
And somehow, everyone believes him. I mean, this is the guy who once locked bald men in an incubator because he thought they were newborns.
Look at you. You came early, but you're gonna make it.
I'm a senior vice president at an investment firm.
Oh, someone's a fussy britches.
Next clue, the cemetery, of course, because what screams buried treasure like literally dead people? Peter and Lois arrive late because Lois insists on stopping for ice cream every 5 minutes like she's on a middle school field trip.
Oh, coffee fudge swirl with Reese's peanut butter cups. Oh, I wonder what's in that.
You just listed off all the ingredients. Everything you just said is what's in that.
Once they get there, the town is already digging up graves like it's a zombie job fair. And yes, Herbert is there, probably sniffing someone.
Well, I hate to say it, but I guess we're supposed to dig this kid up. Any volunteers?
I did, kids.
Peter, blinded by greed, goes full psycho. He punches his friends. He gives Chris a black eye, like full-on right hook to his own son, because nothing says family values like fighting over imaginary gold.
Oh my God, the treasure's in the casket. Come on, Meg, let's get it.
My treasure.
Oh my God, you hit your own son!
Lois finally snaps. That's it, Peter. I'm done with this insanity. She grabs the kids and walks off, leaving Peter behind with his delusions. But does Peter reflect, learn, apologize? Nope. He just turns Trisha Takanawa into Asian Lois, complete with the red lipstick, pearls, and squinty eyes, because in Peter's world, any woman with red hair and patience is Lois now.
You, Asian lady, you're the new Lois.
I will have 1 scoop of mint chocolate chip in a waffle cone.
You're a practical, straightforward people.
Number 9. Prison Wife Lois. Season 18, Episode 8. This is the glitchiest Lois to ever exist. Basically the knockoff Walmart version. She's Peter's temporary wife while he's locked up in prison. It all starts during Thanksgiving when Peter hits his breaking point over one simple task, pulling out the stuck extension of the dinner table. Yeah, that's the straw that broke the fat man's back.
Okay, all right, bend the knees. Let's give it a good pull. Yep.
Yeah, I think one side is stuck.
Do you, son? Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Yep.
And he's not alone. His buddies are just as fed up with holiday chores, family drama, and cranberry sauce shaped like a can.
Denise, Wendell, it's great to see you.
Wendell. Joseph. It's just Joe. I think you know that.
So naturally, Peter hatches a genius plan. Commit a light crime and chill in jail for a few days to skip Thanksgiving. Because nothing says holiday spirit like minor felonies. But instead of a cozy county jail, they end up in a hardcore state prison run by thugs who look like they bench press cars.
Hey, are my friends coming?
No, they're all calling lawyers. You used your one call on this party photo booth guy.
We'll see who has more fun this weekend.
Peter's first meal gets stolen, and he loses a tooth trying to fight back like a brave, slightly overweight suburban gladiator.
Damn, I was hoping for chicken.
Nobody calls me chicken.
Peter, no!
Through the pain, he still dreams that his mugshot will look like a preschool photo. Bless him.
Mad Dog, next time I'm asking for the quote-unquote top bunk. LOL. Love, Pete.
To survive, they each have to join a gang. Quagmire, Joe, and Cleveland find their gangs faster than you can say, "Don't drop the soap."
Well, I can be loco. I have a teardrop tattoo on my cheek.
Where? I don't see it.
Not that cheek.
Peter, that's an unwiped watermelon seed.
Loco?
No. No loco.
Peter, however, is left out until a gang finally approaches him with an offer on one condition. He has to take out Cleveland.
You only have to do one thing first. As the new white guy in prison, you have to shiv the new black guy.
Oh, you guys are that kind of gang.
Peter hesitates, but just as he's about to chicken out, bam, Quagmire stabs him in the back, literally. Then Joe jumps in because apparently betrayal is contagious.
Sorry, Quagmire. As a not cop, I have to shiv a guy in the Latin gang and then blame it on Cleveland.
No one made me do this. I'm just sick of your overt racism.
Realizing prison isn't the vacation spa he imagined, Peter gives an emotional TED talk about kindness and regrets, wishing his wife were here so he could apologize. And guess what? She is here.
I just wish she was here so I could tell her I'm sorry.
I am here, Peter.
Not now, prison ladyboy who talks like my wife to please me sexually.
No, Peter, we're here.
Lois forgives him, saying the family's not complete without its lovable idiot. But then plot twist, prison Lois shows up.
Hi, Peter. Who's your little friend?
Not now, prison Lois.
So it's over? And what was Venice?
This Lois is actually a very masculine trans man who didn't finish hormone therapy and looks like he could bench press Peter and the dinner table. He steps in looking confused like, yo, who's this chick stealing my man?
Same thing it always was, babe. A dream we both wanted to believe.
Peter, who was that?
Not now, front sex, Lois.
And thus ends one of the weirdest, wildest, most, yep, that's Family Guy prison arcs ever. Number 10. Robin Williams Overload, Season 10, Episode 22. This is, hands down, the most horrifying version of Lois ever. Like if The Exorcist had a baby with a comedy club. It all begins when Peter sees his idol, Robin Williams, being mocked on TV. Enraged and emotional, Peter runs into the yard and wishes that everyone was Robin Williams.
How can you allow this? Robin Williams has given us nothing but joy! I wish everyone was Robin Williams!
And because this is Family Guy, the universe responds by throwing a lightning bolt directly at Peter's face. Poof! Wish granted.
Boy, that looks enticing. Yeah, this is nice.
Suddenly, everyone Peter touches turns into Robin Williams. At first, he's thrilled. It's like owning a magic wand, except instead of spells, it's non-stop impressions of Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh my God, you're Robin Williams!
Ding! Thank you for playing That's Obvious. Tell him what he's won, Cletus. Money. Money. Or as the Republicans call it,
mine!
He goes full chaos mode, turning the entire town into Robin clones, including Joe's legs, which now also do stand-up.
Dead. The Grateful Dead. Please do not take the brown acid. It will turn you into a Martian. Take me to your wiener.
But Peter's comedy dream quickly turns into a hairy, nightmare-fueled fever dream. He wakes up to find Lois has transformed into a fuzzy, twitchy Robin Williams with chest hair that could qualify for a forest fire warning.
You're not Lois!
I can hear you. I'm not deaf.
I don't believe that's real sign language.
The rest of the Griffin family follows suit. Peter spirals. He tries to end it all only to find the gun in his hand is also turned into Robin Williams, doing a tight five about how he can't even die right.
Damn these hands.
Mwah! Well, I haven't been to temple in a while.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Doors.
At this point, Peter is basically the cult leader of a Robin Williams apocalypse. Wherever he goes, a wave of energetic Robins follow.
Stop riffing!
In a final act of desperation, Peter jumps off a cliff. But in true cartoon fashion, he survives. Why? Because Robin Williams' clones probably broke his fall with an improvised jazz hands routine.
Time to lose some weight, dearie.
No more comedy.
Now fully defeated, Peter keeps 5 Robin Williams copies and tries to make them his new family. Spoiler, it's absolutely horrifying.
Eggs. Who came first, the chicken or the porn star? The porn identity. Who am I? Oh yeah, the pizza man. Baka-chicka-bow wow.
Watching those fuzzy knockoff griffins with witch noses trying to act normal is like if Chuck E. Cheese tried hosting The Shining.
Peter, can you pass the coffee?
Sure, Brian the dog. Anything for my family.
Peter even melts his own hands off just to stop turning things into Robin Williams. A masterpiece of madness, pure Family Guy chaos. Classic.
I guess Disney wouldn't let us do the Aladdin one.